Hello there, guys, and welcome to Daily Updates. It is time for cross-examination by Advocate Tobani. And now, Khumalo Madlala is still on the stand, and we are hearing new information coming out of that testimony, because Advocate Tobani is coming out with new allegations. We're expecting him to grill Khumalo, and he's already coming out with new allegations, such as the fact that there was a relationship between Senzo Meyiwa and the sister of Khumalo, Zandi. So Advocate Tobani is putting it to Khumalo that there was a bad blood between the two sisters, because Zandi had a relationship with Senzo. How the relationship came, it is the fact that Khumalo was saying she needed to focus on her music. So she needed someone to keep an eye on Senzo Meyiwa. So she instructed the sister to keep an eye on Senzo Meyiwa. That led to the relationship between Senzo and Zandi. Advocate Tobani says, I'm putting it to you, Mr. Khumalo Madlala, that there was a relationship between Senzo Meyiwa and Zandi, a sexual relationship between the two. It was an intimate one, to put a better word. It was an intimate relationship between the two, between Senzo and Zandi, which Khumalo found out about it, and she didn't take it well. That led to the bad blood. The response of Khumalo was rather funny, because he says, I am not going to deny that fact or that allegation. I'm not going to deny it, because I knew Senzo. Senzo was my friend, and he loved women. They even laughed in court because of what he said. He says that Senzo loved women. So if you are alleging that there was an intimate relationship between him and Zandi, I'm not going to say I deny that, because there are more chances of that happening because of how Senzo behaved around women. He loved women. So Advocate Tobani continues. He comes out with another allegation, a serious one. He says, I'm going to bring a witness who will come here and testify that there was a life policy that was opened for Senzo. And when Senzo opened it, he was with Khumalo. He opened that life policy, and Khumalo was the beneficiary on that life policy. And he says, I put it to you that they opened a life policy, and Khumalo was a beneficiary. So the response of Khumalo Madlala is that one I wouldn't know about it, because there was no way he was going to tell me. As much as I'm the friend, he was not going to tell me about his life policy, and that has nothing to do with me. And this one is very interesting, because I think where the advocate is driving this narrative is to say that part of the life of Senzo being lost is the fact that there could have been that eye for money, for Senzo Meyiwa money. So something that could have led to him dying was the fact that people could have been chasing after his money. I think that is the narrative that is driving towards, to say that, well, here's a policy that is opened, and here is a beneficiary of that policy, the life policy. We know life policy pays a lot of money. So he's trying to say, here is a person who they opened a life policy for, and there was money. So it could have led to Senzo dying because of the money. I'm just thinking that this is where the advocate is leading towards. But well, Khumalo said, I don't know anything about that life policy. And the fact that they are saying there would be a witness who will come and testify on the life policy, that is a much anticipated thing, because we want to know, is it true that they opened it? Is it true that while opening it, the beneficiary for that life cover was indeed Khumalo? Very interesting. And if indeed he can prove that, it changes the whole direction of this case, because it seems like it has more than 5 directions. Each and every day we wake up to listen, there is another loophole in the whole case. So the advocate continues to say to Khumalo that we know you got paid. you got paid by Netflix. What is your view on that? And surprisingly, Khumalo says, yes, I got paid. And when they are trying to find out how did you get paid, he's saying that they asked me to be part of that show, that documentary. And part of being it, they also wanted pictures of me with Senzo or pictures of Senzo. I'm the one who had those pictures. I had them stored in my memory card. So I had to give them those pictures. I couldn't have given them the pictures for free. Again, the narrative here that is being driven is that you are coming here to testify. You even gave your picture, even gave an appearance on the documentary. For you, it's all about the money. You cannot be a credible witness when for you, everything is all about money. If really you was about the justice for Senzo, you were not going to be running towards money. Now, we are talking about the credibility of the witness. I think Tobani is trying to punch holes in his whole testimony to come up with the fact that this is the man who got paid. If he was grieving for his friend, if he was really paid, why would he then come and want Netflix to pay him? He then continues, Advocate Tobani, to say that not only did you get paid for Netflix, you also got paid to testify in court. As you are now, you got paid. And, well, here comes Khumalo responding that, well, how did I get paid? You are saying I got paid. Was it cash? Was it e-wallet, EFT? How did I get paid? Meaning he denies the fact that he got paid. He's trying to cover out that punch of saying that Netflix paid you. So then maybe you also got paid in the fact that you are appearing here. So will Tobani bring evidence? Will he bring someone to testify on that? That we wait to see. But he's actually trying to drive the narrative of saying that Khumalo is not credible. Whatever that is coming out with, we can't even take it. Remember, he has already identified one of the accused that Advocate Tobani is standing in for, is representing. So he must make sure that this guy cannot be credible. And lastly, the funny thing happened was that Tobani got a bit loud at the fact that Khumalo is answering questions. While answering questions, he's not really listening and he's not really answering the way Tobani wants. And Tobani ended up telling this guy to listen, and he got very loud. The exchange ended up with Khumalo saying, "Don't shout at me." And it was interesting because here is Tobani trying to address him, and here is an emotional Khumalo. He doesn't want to listen to whatever Tobani is saying. He keeps on saying, "Don't shout at me." I mean, the judge had to intervene just to tell Tobani that, yeah, you can say whatever you want and he must listen to you. He cannot ask you questions, but do not shout at him. That's when Khumalo, I mean, he got all the confidence back, even when Tobani came and said, okay, understood, but your job here is to listen and answer questions. The response was, your job also, you must not shout at me. I mean, it was an exchange that was like, you can see there is too much pressure between the two. There's pressure for Tobani to be able to prove that this guy is not credible. And on the other hand, Khumalo has this pressure of being on the stand, and he has to prove that whatever I'm telling you is the truth. There's nothing more to the truth than what I'm telling you. A very interesting one. And it's already, one can see that Mshololo is not going to be making it easy. He is going to be grilling this guy left, right, and center because of the two advocates. I think Mshololo has the upper hand. And his way of doing this cross-examination is very interesting. So let's wait for Tobani to finish. Let's get Mshololo and see what will transpire between Mshololo and Khumalo, and it's going to be very interesting. Guys, if you can join the channel. Just click on the join button. It's very cheap. It's very less. I think not even more than 6 rand. And that will be helping the channel to continue doing what it's doing. Anyway, guys, until next time, thank you.